you wear what looks like a wedding band. So are you married to God? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the symbol on my finger is really a married to God symbol. It's just a reminder, circle, no beginning, no end. And so I've never been guided into what the world would call a legal marriage. A legal marriage. It's been used symbolically. Years ago, when Kirsten and I first went to South America, we were in Florida, right here in Florida, and we started to get these symbols of putting rings on and going down there. And the Spirit uses everything to relax the mind and to let the message come through in a clear way. And the feeling we had back then was that we're heading to South America, 95% Catholic, very much family, very relationship orchestrated, probably even more so than a lot of parts of the world. It's very, very strong. These symbols are very, very important. And we went down there and we spoke together, being used by the Spirit as a man and a woman, and it seemed to be the way that it could come through without distractions. People would relax, they would invite us into their homes, we would go up, we would be on a stage. You could see the symbol was being used. We weren't legally married, we never had a legal ceremony or so forth, but it was being used in a helpful way.
Yes.
And I find that even over the years, when I've traveled and I've had travel partners, I've just noticed that when I'm traveling with a woman, and I go to different countries, I've been in like 31 different countries, that there's a perception and there's a relaxation. I've noticed that people are more likely to invite you into their home as a couple, if they perceive a couple, than as just a single man coming in. Because I did a lot of solo travel in the early years too, and I just kind of noticed, like, interesting how relaxed people were. And so, just like you wouldn't confuse the props in a theater with the actuality of who you are, that's the way it's gone for me, that there's translators in many different languages, travel partners, and so on and so forth, that make the experience much greater for all of us. Like for me, going to Argentina without a translator wouldn't work very well. But when I'm there and then the translators show up, we have a great synergy, there's a great joy. It's like a collaboration that's being used for the greater glory of everyone.
Yeah,
so it starts to...
Words beyond words.
Yes, words beyond... So we all can have this experience, this feeling that's so connected. And I've had to really let go and let the Spirit just, okay, what do you want now? Use the symbols for that experience. And the ego is not used to thinking in terms of that joyful, connected experience. It's just saying, bottom line, who's with who? How long has who been with who? And all the form things, it puts the form first, doesn't know anything about content or that deep experience. So that's kind of what I've gone through over the years, and it's helped me loosen from the thoughts of form, and just stay joyfully in that experience of the love. Yeah.
There is a good use for touchstones. You can use them as reminders for Jesus' mind training, to take everything that's going on in your life and now use it for the Holy Spirit's purpose. One last question. Have you seen salmon fishing in the Yemen?
I did.
Did you like it?
I love that movie.
David is a movie buff. I
was drawn. I get drawn by certain titles, and then I just, it's just delightful. Absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
We just saw another one called Begin Again. That is just an amazing movie too. It really takes you kind of into that moment, the joyful moment of collaboration and transcendence.
I'm going to write it down, Begin Again. Oh, and you guys, I saw a movie called Little Lord Fauntleroy. It was made like in the 1930s. And there was a book written by Frances Hodgson Burnett, who wrote The Secret Garden. A lot of you have heard of that. And you've got to see that. There's been a few versions after it I haven't seen, but the original Little Lord Fauntleroy, he unconditionally loves his crotchety curmudgeonly, mean, stingy uncle who everybody in the world hates, and he's just seeing him through these eyes and saying to other people, you know, isn't my uncle just the loveliest man you could ever meet? And everyone's looking at this little boy, but his uncle starts to see himself differently.
Yeah, that shows you perception. That's how it works.
Yeah.
It's literally a gift of charity. When you give that love and you start to see it in everything and everyone, then they reflect it. They reflect it right back. I love that. There's a lot of good movies like that show the power of our wanting.
But whenever I sit down to watch something, I notice that the best stuff comes to me on TV.
That's good. That's good. That's
because I didn't think I'd like Little Lord Fauntleroy, and I don't like period pieces, and wow, it just blew me away. It was so full of love. Full of gatita sparkles.
Oh, there it is. It's still all around you.
Yeah.
It's a blessing of grace.
So thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. It's been a joy. All of this, we just come together and rejoice in books, and that you can share this. I know I've seen your workbook lessons, and I see how you just love to just share and extend, and we use it all. We even use technology. That's right. We talked about old cassette recorders, and then look, a book comes out from it, and now we're using an iPad to come streaming into your home.
It's propped up, by the way, by A Course in Miracles and Ken Wapnick's Journey Through the Workbook, and a copy of a compilation of all of Shakespeare's works. We just propped it up, and a remote control.
Yes.
Just stuck that there, and this thing is just precariously set up on a table, and here we are.
Yes, for those of you that think you need tripods and multi-$1,000 cameras, this is working beautifully. Sound and video-wise, it's gorgeous.
So now I can't wait to speak with Francis.
Yes, I can't wait to hear that too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.